team like Kyrie and KD, or the Lake Show with King James and AD. Wish I could match him up with the bad boys from the 80s, but no black and white, I need that in HD. HenDawgz.
Yo, what's good, y'all? It's your boy HenDawgz, and we back to it. You know how we do it. I feel like it's only right that I react to this video. It's been floating around the internet for a while, and I've kind of been getting a lot of people kind of asking me my opinions on Magic not really messing with it. Well, let me backtrack a little bit. So, Winning Time. Shout out to Winning Time on HBO. We are on episode 9 right now. I've been seeing a lot of good feedback, and I'm proud of that because, you know, I was a part of the show. I played 12 different characters in the show, mainly basketball players. I think I did 2 scenes outside of on-court stuff, so I was predominantly on the court. But, you know, I was highly involved. I was highly involved with the stuff that was going on the court, so it means a lot to see that the great feedback that we got from the show. So because of that, I felt like it's only right that I react to this video because, like I said, it was kind of been surfacing all on the internet, and it's Magic Johnson, you know, giving his intake of the show. And as everyone knows, I think if you kind of been following the show, you would know that Magic is not messing with the show at all. Him, Jerry West, or Kareem, all 3 of them has actually came out publicly and kind of said that they didn't really care for the show. And I 100% get it. I get it, you know, on just on the simple fact that if I'm a celebrity or a guy that, you know, was a celebrity at one point, and I have nothing to do with the show and it's about my life, I might be a little hesitant. Like, I'm not gonna be mad because who's to say that what they're gonna say is even, you know, bad stuff about you. But I can understand, you know, like I think this video that we're about to watch is kind of Magic explaining that he's coming out with his own show. So stuff like that, I 100% understand. I get it. Like, if there's a show coming out about my life that they didn't call me and ask for my opinion on at all, hell yeah, I'm gonna make my own stuff because HBO is gonna come out with their own version of it. Like, and even if it's not, you know, to shame you or to talk down on you, like, it's still not my words. It's not what I said about myself. So I get it on that aspect, but I don't really get the whole Jerry West thing, trying to take HBO to the Supreme Court, like all this funny stuff. I think honestly, with the Jerry West situation, I kind of feel like what he's doing, the real Jerry West is doing, is kind of explaining, kind of showing what he was in the show. Kind of crazy. And that was the whole thing he's complaining about in the show, was they're making me look like this crazy guy, and because of that, I'm gonna take him to the Supreme Court. Like, bro, that's literally what they're saying about you in the show. But let's get into this video. I'm not really too sure. I just see that it says not even close. That's pretty much the headline of this video. So Magic, I guess, is gonna say that the show is not even close, but who cares? The show is fun, the show is entertaining. I hope that y'all enjoying it. If y'all been watching it, if you haven't started watching it, then get to it. I actually think it'd be better to kind of wait for all the episodes to come out so you can binge it. But if you're watching it, I appreciate that. Go ahead and screenshot me if you see me. I played Tiny Archibald. I played World Be Free. I did the basketball scenes for Norm Nixon. Like, I did a lot of the basketball stuff. So if you see me, go ahead and screenshot it and tag me or something. That'd be pretty cool. But let's get into this video. We got Not Even Close, Magic Johnson Talks Winning Time interview. Let's get it.
To someone who might say to you, I know who Magic Johnson is because I watch Winning Time. Right. To that person, you would say what?
Well, oh shit. I like this video. They get into the nitty gritty. But man, before we get into the video, shout out to my guy Jeff Pearlman. This is what the show Winning Time is based off of. This book right here. Jeff Pearlman did a super great job. I'm actually in the middle of reading it right now, and we actually watched episode 4 at his house. So shout out to Jeff, man. Super great guy. I appreciate everything you did. Because of you, I have a role on an HBO show, so I appreciate you to the first degree. I appreciate you wholeheartedly. And let's get into this video. Oh yeah, and by the way, this is Jeff Pearlman's second book. So let's hope that Winning Time goes towards this too. And hey, you know, I like to put this out in the air, but I would not be mad if, you know, they needed a Kobe Bryant. I'm just throwing that out there. Let's get into this video.
Mr. Johnson, this is the absolute honor of a lifetime. Seriously, thank you for taking the time, sir.
Jake, thank you for having me, man.
Absolutely. I'm going to jump into this, and I'm such a fan. I got a big question for you. One of the most watershed moments of your life was literally a coin flip. Heads, you come here to Chicago and you become a Bull. Tails, you go to LA and become a Laker. It's one of the biggest forks in the road in sports history, and it was a coin flip. Do you ever think about what your career and your life would have been like if that coin had landed on heads?
Yeah, you're right, because I would have been in Chicago, close to home.
Your mom would have loved that.
Oh yeah. And you know, Ann is in Big Ten country, so the fan base already knew who I was, and it would have been different because Chicago was building toward a winner, and I went to LA. They already had a winner, and with Kareem sitting there, the question would have been, would we still would have had Michael? Would that would have happened with me being with the Bulls? Because we probably would have been better and wouldn't have been in a position to draft Michael.
That is kind of crazy, though. This is besides the Winning Time point, but that is crazy to think that if, you know, because back then in the 80s, literally all it was a coin flip. Like, that's it. Like, head, the Bulls get first pick. Tails, the Lakers get first pick. And that's literally all it was. So the thought that if it would have went on heads and he would have went to Chicago, say if he had a great season, you know, he built the Chicago Bulls up for the next 4 years. Michael Jordan wouldn't have went to the Bulls. So like, how would the whole Michael Jordan career would have went? Like, that's crazy to think about. But let's get to Winning Time, man.
So it all worked out for everybody. You got the other MJ, and LA got the other MJ, right? Mm-hmm. Magic Johnson ended up LA, Michael Jordan in Chicago, and it ended up good for both cities and both franchises.
Fair enough. I'm happy, you're happy, we're all happy.
That's right.
I love that. You know, to a lot of people, you're one of the greatest athletes of all time. You're a 5-time NBA champ, you're a 3-time MVP, 12-time All-Star, number 32 is retired. But to a lot of other people, you're a man who has helped make this world a better place. The Magic Johnson Foundation, your work with HIV, AIDS education and prevention programs, it's unparalleled. So from your perspective, are you a basketball player who does great philanthropy, or are you a philanthropist who's also very good at basketball?
I think you said it right. You know, I'm gonna always be a guy who looks to give back and help communities and help people, and that happens to play basketball, right? And you know, HIV happened to me 30 years ago, and it was a death sentence, they said at that time. But you know, thank God, I talked to a woman named Elizabeth Glazier. She helped Cookie and I understand that we had to go public and help people. And sure enough, I became the face of the disease, and we were able to raise millions and millions of dollars for people who were living with HIV and AIDS, stop the discrimination against people who were living with HIV and AIDS, and then put people in housing that needed housing. And so all those things happened, and now we see the numbers are way down. When I first announced, they were way up. And so the stigma is not attached to it any longer like it used to be. Mm-hmm. And so a lot of things have changed. I'm happy I was a part of that with a lot of grassroots organizations across the country, because people try to give me the credit. No. It was those grassroots organizations that also helped me and educate me about this disease and what I needed to do to help the fight. And I'm happy. Thank you to all of them for bringing me in to be the face.
100, well, I'm so glad they did, and what they did was just all of your work's just flawless. You know, the beautiful thing about this series, sir, is that it gives us a look behind the curtain, an inside look into who you are. It's honest, and it's very real, and it's genuine. Yep. To someone who might say to you, I know who Magic Johnson is because I watch Winning Time. Right. To that person, you would say what?
Well, they don't really know, because that was somebody telling you something that wasn't true, right? When you think about they call me Magic, it's coming from my voice right to you. It's other people who played with the Lakers, the real Lakers. Kareem is in it, James Worthy, Cooper, Byron Scott, all.
All right, and another thing I think is kind of funny about this. Okay, so like I said, I was doing the basketball stunts for Norm Nixon, who was the actual character is Devon Nixon, Norm Nixon's son, and I definitely heard that Norm Nixon had a lot to do with our show. Like he was highly involved. So the fact that he didn't mention Norm Nixon's name right there, I think is kind of funny because. Yeah, he's right. He's right. There wasn't Magic didn't have anything to do with winning time. Kareem didn't, give his opinions on that. But there was one player that did, and he didn't mention his name. So I think that's kind of funny.
These guys who were right there as my teammates, Jerry West, who drafted everybody, Coach Riley, who coached us all, they're all in it. And so Paula Abdul, who was dancing really, as a Laker girl, Jeannie Buss, who lived it with her father, Dr. Jerry Buss. So winning time is not even close to They Call Me Magic, because this is the truth. This is coming from me and everybody who was there, not somebody's opinion or somebody's thought about what they think happened.
Why would we get a recreation when we can go to the source?
That's right.
Mr. Johnson, I got to say,
because a recreation on HBO is a lot more entertaining. It's very entertaining. Like when it comes up, right before every episode, this is dramatized. Like we know that. Like that should tell you right there that they're not trying to make it as accurate as possible. They're trying to make it as entertaining as possible while still giving, a few facts here and there within the show. So that's the difference, man.
Sir, as a fan of yours, as a fan just in sports in general, I got to say it's an honor of a lifetime to be able to speak to you, sir. Seriously, thank you for everything you do, not just as a sports fan on the court, but just everything you've done just for the world and for the good of people. And sure, I appreciate your time.
Thank you. You too.
Thank you, sir.
Stay safe. Stay healthy.
You too, sir. Take care.
Right, thank you.
Take care.
So yeah, it was really quick. He talked about winning time really, really quick, but I think that was good. I respect Magic, man. Magic has turned into one of my favorite athletes, because not only because of the show, but because of just the highlights that I've watched. Just kind of digging back into the 80s and just watching him play on the court. The smile he had, the way he played basketball. Like I've literally turned into a very, very big fan. But like I said, man, I get why he's not a fan of winning time. But at the end of the day, winning time is who I'm going to support. Winning time is the one that's paying me. So shout out to Winning Time, man. I think Winning Time is a great show. Let me know what y'all think about Winning Time. Hopefully y'all like it. If you haven't watched it, go ahead and check it out. But I appreciate y'all for watching this video. Make sure y'all like this video if y'all haven't already. Make sure y'all subscribe to the channel and go ahead and write something in the comments. Let me know what y'all think about Winning Time. Let me know what y'all think about Magic Johnson, Jerry West, and Kareem not caring for the show. And shout out to Quincy Isaiah. He's the guy that's playing Magic Johnson in the show. He's doing a hell of a job. Great guy, great actor, great person, man. Like shout out to Quincy, shout out to Solomon who's playing Kareem. Shout out to Adrian Brody that's playing Pat Riley. Shout out to Wood Harris that's playing Spencer Haywood. Like it's a lot of great people within this show. Shout out to all the writers. Shout out to everybody that's within this show. Like I don't want everyone to think that Winning Time, like just because Magic and these guys are not caring for the show, let's not take away from the great job that everyone has done on Winning Time. So just had to throw that out there. But I appreciate y'all like always. We out.